Dropbear and Panda.
Welcome to Dropbear and Panda.
Save the world.
Episode
28.
Yeah, it is.
I try to say that a little differently every time.
Yeah, I know. Well, I think it's what keeps the listeners coming back.
Just that. And then they just shut off. That's the number. Good.
Oh, got it. That's great. By the way, we're blowing up in the United States.
Ooh.
Yeah, in particular, well, this is no surprise, but California is a huge consumer of Dropbear and Panda Save the World podcast.
I can't blame them. We're pretty charming.
Yeah. But also that like New Hampshire and New York.
What?
Yeah. There's some, all the way over on the East Coast.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You take care of all the numbers, so.
Yeah, I do all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
Math.
that's cool.
Ugh, numbers. Ugh.
So here's a thing. Don't forget to subscribe. You can follow us on iTunes and Apple Podcasts.
Spotify.
That's right. Tune in.
Stitcher.
Libsyn.
YouTube.
That's true.
Yep. We're everywhere.
So, but here's something. If you're listening on iTunes, for sure subscribe. But give us a rating of like 5.
We will take nothing less than 5. You know what people are going to do now? Just give us a 1 just to be a dick.
Yeah.
That's the kind of people we hang out with. So
you can also, if you like what you're hearing, go to awards.podcamptoronto.com/vote. Go to People's Choice and vote for Dropbear and Panda Save the World.
I'm really impressed with that, actually. You have the memory of a goldfish. So did it take you like 3 days to memorize that in order to spit it out?
Yeah.
He doesn't even have a piece of paper in front of him to spout that out. So hopefully it's correct.
Yeah. Fact check.
We'll get back to you on that.
So I just got back from a trip to Victoria.
Yes, you did, you lucky bastard.
Yeah, super nice. Though it's nice out here in Calgary now. It's starting to get sunny and warm again, which is nice. But so a weird thing happened. I travel. I don't travel a lot, but probably once a month I try and get out to the coast.
Which sounds like a lot to me.
Yeah. And I always book my ticket the same way, like on Google. Like I go YYC to YYJ or wherever I'm going. And I booked my ticket with Westjet like I always do. And 24 hours before check-in, I go to upgrade to Plus because that's what I do because I like getting on the plane first and getting off the plane first. And then the extra seats or extra room. And I couldn't do it this time.
Seems weird.
Yeah. So I ended up talking with somebody at Westjet, and apparently Westjet, and if you fly Westjet, you need to know this because it's not really something they're talking about a lot. They have a new fare called Basic, and basically Basic means that once you get your ticket, you cannot upgrade, you cannot move seats, you can't, like I tried bribing Westjet people to move me into Plus, and they're just like, nope, can't do it. You got the lowest fare possible. And by getting that lowest fare possible, you can't move seats.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You'd think they'd be all over, the extra $50 or $100 still, but there must have been a reason for it.
Well, from what I understand, it's for them to be competitive in this low fare airline business. They had to come up with a new fare that was super low. But, part of that means that you can't upgrade. You can't do things that you can if you have like an economy ticket, for example, or a Plus ticket. Anyway, so I bring this up not to berate Westjet. I totally get it. You've got to be competitive. But for those that fly, particularly Westjet, check your ticket. Make sure you didn't accidentally get the Basic, because if you do try and move.
Or you purposely got the Basic, but realize what that means.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing. If you miss your flight, like the flight that you're leaving on, like if it's a return flight, if you miss that one, the whole trip is canceled. So you can't like get a new flight and then grab the return flight that you already had booked.
So if you or your connecting flight. So if you miss one flight, but your connecting flight is like, your layover was going to be 4 hours.
Yeah.
And you're just going to be an hour late instead of the usual time, you can't catch your connecting flight.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is that to open up seats for other people in case you miss the next one?
I guess so.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's wild. So it's worth knowing that that's sort of the current landscape of Westjet.
Yeah. So if you're on the Basic seat right at the back of the plane, do the stewards even acknowledge your existence?
Oh, they do. I got the choice of cookies or pretzels.
Yeah.
And a pop.
I was going to say, you don't get the brand name pop. You just get the the no-name pop.
That's right.
They say these are potato chips, but really it's just like
potato flake. It's like reconstituted mashed potatoes.
Well, I think I had seen an article. I don't know if it was the CBC or not, but it was quite some time ago about Westjet. Westjet goes to a lot of cool places. They started off based out of Calgary.
Yeah, and only Western Canada, I want to say.
Yeah, and they've expanded, but they've expanded so far that you can fly to like, there's a flight you can, I think, take to like Ireland, there's Jamaica, there's all sorts of these places where they've expanded, and I think they've admitted that they've expanded too quickly.
Yeah.
So I think they have to pull back a little bit. And flying in Canada is expensive.
It's a big freaking country.
Yeah, and it's cheap, but it's cheaper to fly to France from Calgary than it is...
Yeah, to go to Toronto.
Or Halifax, right? Yeah. So
might be shorter to go to France than Halifax.
They go over the Arctic. So, well, I remember when I flew to England, I flew to Amsterdam and then to England, and it was 8 hours from Calgary to Amsterdam. Oh. We flew overnight though, so I couldn't see the cool sun coming up but coming down. We flew over Greenland, and I saw nothing because I was asleep.
Yeah.
Which was too bad.
Fair enough. Well, there you go. So I wanted to share that about Westjet.
Well, and I don't know very many people who upgrade just at the last minute like you do. You were the first person I've ever met.
I just think it's because I'm challenged. Somehow I can't.
Challenged?
Challenged. Wow. For some reason, I've never been able to unlock the secret to just buy the plus ticket. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's weird to me that I can't know how to do that. So I typically just buy the regular ticket, and then 24 hours before.
Yeah, because they want to fill those seats if they want to make the extra money, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. So the next time we fly somewhere, especially if it's a far flight, like if we end up flying to Ontario next summer, hopefully we'll be able to do that. Yeah. Because I don't want to sit in a basic seat for 4 to 24 hours, depending on where I'm flying.
Right. See, this is why we need to make lots of money on our podcast, and maybe even start a Patreon campaign
just so we don't have to fly in coach. Basic. Don't you know who we think we are?
That's right. Dropbear and Panda.
I think the world is going to know who we are even more based on some cockroaches.
That's right. Yeah. So
I didn't know how to lean into that.
That was a great segue.
Was it? Cool.
Yeah. So the Hemsley Conservation Center in Kent.
Oh my gosh, it's so silly.
That's in England.
Yeah.
You had sent me this thing saying and at first I was like, but you sent me.
What are you trying to say, Panda?
Yeah, you sent me this thing saying that this Hemsley Conservation Center in Kent, you can name a cockroach after your ex.
Which is hilarious.
And I was like,
Why? What are you
say? But it also says, or you could do it for a friend. So it's
a friend you hate.
Yeah. It's £1.50.
Yeah.
And
so what is that?
$3.
$2-3? Yeah.
Yeah. I want to say probably $3. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I just double it.
Yeah. Just Canadian dollar.
But so I went online, and you can Google it. Google name a cockroach after your ex.
We'll put in some links.
Yeah. And you can go there, and you can basically name a cockroach for £1.50, and you get a certificate. We'll put that up on our site as well, so you can see it. Because there are now cockroaches named
Dropbear and Panda.
That's right. All the way in the UK.
I didn't mean to usurp your Dropbear and Panda thing, but fine. You faltered a little bit, so I thought I'd scoop right in there.
Yeah, you didn't waste a moment.
Nope.
So we're going to survive nuclear Armageddon.
Yep.
Yeah.
If we don't do it as people or as bears, at least we can do it as cockroaches. And it's a great way to raise money for your zoo, right?
Yeah.
And I've looked on the site. It looks pretty fantastic. You can go in and feed porcupines and it's just
there's lemurs.
Oh yeah. It looks like a cute little zoo. And it might not be little. It might be bigger than the Calgary Zoo. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I've never been to Kent.
I haven't either. It's an hour or two south of London.
Yeah.
So I think if we ever get to...
Oh, we're going to have to go visit Dropbear and Panda.
Yeah, for sure.
And those cockroaches are freaking huge. Bigger than your hand.
Bigger than your hand?
Didn't you? Yeah.
I didn't know they were that big.
They're huge.
I've seen cockroaches, but usually they're the size of my thumb, which is still a pretty big bug.
Yeah.
But...
Anyway, get on it. Listeners, you guys should totally go name one after your ex if you want, or name one after a buddy, or name one after yourself, because I think that's
You will live forever, probably.
That's right.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What else is in animal news today, Drop Bear?
Oh, well, in the Albuquerque Biopark Zoo in New Mexico, they've got a baby giraffe named Neelix.
Neelix? Why is it called Neelix?
So if you're a Star Trek fan, you will know why it's named Neelix. And he's so cute. He's like a little punk rock guy. He's got like some spots and like a cool hairdo and knobby knees.
Oh, I love giraffes.
Yeah.
See, Brandy, we bring the giraffes back to you.
That's right.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So, Drop Bear, explain to the non-Star Trek people why Neelix is a thing.
Well, if you Google Neelix, you will notice an uncanny resemblance between that character and the giraffe, who's got a fuzzy hair and little spots around his face.
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
Yeah.
Neelix from Star Trek I wouldn't say is pretty cute, but it's you'll look at it and you'll be like, oh, yeah.
It's adorable. And who knows how he's going to grow up.
Probably bigger. Straight up, I would assume. Maybe out a little bit.
Speaking of bigger, also in animal news, we've got Deep Blue, which was this monstrous great white shark that was found off the coast of Hawaii this week.
It looks like it ate 12 swimmers already. Or she's pregnant, or she's just fucking huge.
Well, apparently she was snacking on a sperm whale, which is why I assume the divers were feeling pretty cool about. There's some free divers with Deep Blue, and they're like holding fins and they're like swimming along.
Stop harassing the shark.
Yeah, I do agree that, but I mean, they're also that group of people are conservationists that are studying sharks. So, and they found the tag that was put on it 20 years ago. They think that Deep Blue, which is a female, is 50 years old, over 20 feet long. Oh, she's gorgeous. She's got like really sort of unique spots. Well, maybe she's a Neelix too.
So here's where my friends are awesome and also terrible. Mostly terrible.
Yeah.
Anytime there's any news about a shark,
basically,
it's put on my Facebook wall. So this was put on my wall a couple times. One of them was the article, and then this morning there was a video. My sister has, and we've talked about this before, my sister has posted like scary shark videos, and then there are sharks eating other sharks, and like GIFs where you think it's all pretty and suddenly there's a shark in your face. And I've thrown my phone once or twice across the room because I have a shark phobia. I have a problem with sharks, even though they're majestic, they're amazing.
Yeah.
But I've got my reasons. And now with the Facebook algorithm the way it is,
it's just all sharks. All
sharks
the time.
will pop up all the time. It'll be like, hey, go shark diving with this people, or look at this movie, and it's just the sponsored posts are just all about sharks.
I see you like sharks. No,
no, and it's freaking terrifying, and I don't like it.
Okay, Google, does Jen like sharks?
Sorry, I can't help with that yet.
Well, of course she's not going to know.
Right.
Okay, Google, what is the largest shark known to man?
Whale shark. On the website ocean.c.edu, they say, the largest is the whale shark, which has been known to get as large as 18 meters. The smallest fits in your hand. To read more, look for the link in your Google Home app.
Wow. Thanks, Google.
Huh.
So there you go. Whale sharks. I would love to go diving with whale sharks.
I would be afraid that it would accidentally swallow me up.
Yeah, just...
Yeah, because they just open their mouths and just scoop up everything.
Yeah, small boats.
And I find it interesting that whale sharks are actual sharks, not whales. But, I mean, obviously, one's doesn't have to go up for air and the other one does, right? Yeah. But I've decided that really anything in the water at this point, because I get so twitchy about stuff coming up from places I don't see, that even if we were kayaking and an otter popped up, I'd probably freak out and bail.
Yeah, you posted a thing, I want to say, on my Facebook wall from Australia, and they were talking about, things that kill you, and they've got these things called stingers. I think that's what he called them. Stingers. And but these are like the most deadliest, what are they called?
Anything. Jellyfish.
Jellyfish known to man, but they're tiny.
Yeah.
And
Don't want to get one caught in your swimsuit.
Look out for the stingers. It doesn't really say, what it is. That sounds like a fun thing. Well, not super fun.
Like a little urchin that you might step on, maybe.
Because you'll be inconvenienced.
No.
For the rest of your life.
Yeah, your whole head will explode and you'll pee blood for days before your insides liquefy and you die. I don't know if that's actually what it does, but
probably sounds about right.
How I vision it.
Your body turns itself inside out.
Gelatinous. You turn into a jellyfish.
What?
Yeah,
Maybe that's where jellyfish come from.
That would have to be very painful.
It's a good thing I'm not a marine mammal biologist.
Nobody is. Because it doesn't exist. We should make it a thing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll make a card. I'll make cards.
Okay, I know this. We weren't going to talk about it only because we sort of forgot about it, and I can't believe that we forgot about it. But Space Force is getting a television show.
Oh, my God. Right, with Steve Carrell.
Space Force!
Is it from
Steve
the creators?
Carrell. Yeah.
Steve Carell and the makers of The Office. I think.
Greg Daniels.
Oh, my God.
So he did The Office. He did Parks and Rec. He was involved with King of the Hill. Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be glorious.
Oh my gosh. And it's so at first I thought that maybe it was a TV show about like being in Space Force, sort of like Starship Troopers.
Right.
They're actually Space Force commanders. Yeah. But no, it's going to be about
setting up
Space Force to be a thing. And I can just envision like Steve Carell's face, like all the time in this show, just looking at the camera and shaking his head and looking like he's panicking because it's such a mess. But I saw that pop up. There is a preview you can find on YouTube, and it's going to be for Netflix, and they haven't even, I think, started writing it yet, and they already have a preview.
Yeah. I don't want to say it's a preview. It's kind of like a trailer. You don't see the characters.
Teaser.
It's a teaser.
Yeah. It's like, look what we're going to be doing.
Yeah. Steve Carell.
Oh my God.
Space Force.
I am so ridiculously excited. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
And yet, China apparently grew vegetation on the moon.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know about that?
No, missed that.
Yeah, so we had briefly mentioned that they had sent a lander.
A moon unit.
Moon unit. Isn't that somebody's name from like the 70s?
Yeah, I want to say Dweezil Zappa's kid.
Yeah.
Or Frank Zappa's kid, Dweezil and Moon Unit.
Oh, that's for another day. But they've grown vegetation, and I don't know. I should look this up. But it could be like carrots or just grass.
Like in a did they have like a greenhouse kind of thing, or did they just like stick some carrots in the ground and water them? Are we now terraforming the moon? Like, is that a thing? Because that'd be.
Let me have a look here.
Pretty crazy.
Oh, China's first plant to grow on the moon is already dead. Cool. Well, let's click on that from CNN and see what it says. First plant to be grown on the moon by humans is likely dead already. Yeah. Chinese scientists said Thursday. Just days after China revealed a cottonseed had sprouted on a lunar lander to become what was possibly the first plant life to grow on Earth's nearest neighbor, scientists ended the experiment when they shut down power remotely. So it can be done. It's just...
Did people go, like, I don't even know this. Did the Chinese send up people to the moon, or just a rover?
No, just the lander.
Oh, okay.
Activated on landing, the self-contained biosphere was designed to raise seeds and hatch fruit fly eggs in an attempt to create tiny ecosystem and assess how it reacted to high radiation, low gravity environment. So
fruit flies are so annoying. Why would you do that to the moon?
Fruit flies everywhere. Oh my God. So I thought that was pretty dope. So
interesting.
Eat that, Space Force.
Yeah. Cotton. Where does it come
Fruit
from?
flies.
Where does it go?
Where does it come from?
Cottonmouth Joe.
That's not Cottonmouth Joe.
Oh, that's a snake.
It's Cotton-eyed Joe.
Cottonmouth Joe is a snake.
That song's going to be in my head now forever. And cottonmouths will like fucking kill you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Water moccasins is their other name.
And you know where you see them a lot?
Red Dead 2 Redemption.
We're killing it with these segues. Or not. There's listeners being like, oh God, just stop.
Well, so we're still playing. Hey, let's do a Red Dead 2 Redemption update.
I love how you say we, because basically if there's a long trek that you have to do across the map, you just give me the remote and I just like...
Yeah, but you love that. It's like one of your favorite things is riding your horse.
And then if I get shot at, I throw the remote to you and you take care of the rest because I don't know how to do it.
Because we have a new horse.
Yes.
Because we had Fancy Pants.
Yeah, you called him Fancy Pants.
Was the first horse.
Yep.
And it was little. It was cute. We did a lot of stuff together. But it was a little tiny horse. And then I actually finally made enough money after paying off all my bounties for accidentally killing folk.
Accidentally. Sure.
So they got this big war horse named Scaredy Pants.
Yeah. The war horse is Scaredy Pants. Yeah. I'm hoping your next horse is like Poopy Pants or Sparkle Pants.
Sparkle Pants.
Something like that.
If I get a unicorn. I don't know if you can get one of those in the game.
I don't. But who knows?
We are, I want to say 40% through the story at this point.
The whole story, or are you just 40% through part 3 of the story?
Oh no. But we're now doing quests, so we figure out how to go and actually engage the story. Follow the yellow markers.
Yeah, we forgot how to do that for a while.
Yeah.
Because we got interested.
Yeah, we just cruised around, you know.
So what I find interesting about once we're back on the quest, we, meaning you. Yeah. Parts of the map that we have walked by before are now different.
Right.
I'm pretty sure, or I'm going crazy. Or there wasn't a road there before and there is now because it's a part of the quest. And you're like, you've gone by like sections where you're like, I'm pretty sure there wasn't a ghost town here before because I'm pretty sure I've gone along this road and there's never been another one. Because when we decided to just explore, we explored as much as we could.
Yeah, we literally went around the map, the outskirts.
Yeah, as far as we could go without going into Blackwater because we would just die a lot all the time. Until you hit certain parts, it doesn't exist yet, which is really cool.
Yeah. Well, and so then we got interested in, what's the name of that other game from Rockstar? Grand Theft Auto 5, I think, is the current iteration, which looks super fun.
Yeah, 6 is supposed to come out in the next year-ish.
Yeah, so I'm like, do I get GTA 5 now and start playing? Because that looks fun.
I would recommend finishing Red Dead first.
Yes.
You never finish anything, even though you say you're a completist.
Video games are different.
You have so many games that you have not finished.
Well,
and yet you've enjoyed all of them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I think now that I understand the story of Red Dead 2, I'm interested in it now. I like Arthur.
You haven't played any other Red Deads, though, right?
No. But I did, we looked at some stuff on Neebs, because Neebs had some stuff.
What was it, goddamn horse or something like that? Yeah. And there's a couple of videos we watched that were like Easter eggs and secrets about Red Dead 2 that you don't know.
Yeah.
There's Red Dead 2 is the prequel to the last Red Dead.
Yeah. Which was the first Red Dead.
No, there's like 3.
Oh, really?
I thought.
See, I don't even know this.
Or there's like Red Dead 1, Red Dead 2, and then there's like sort of Red Dead. But there's characters in Red Dead 2 that are named
after GTA
characters, but technically the GTA characters are like the great grandson of somebody in Red Dead, and it's all sort of funnily connected, right?
Yeah.
And some of the voice actors are the same, so it's really, really neat. I remember Grand Theft Auto back when it first came out when I was much younger, and it was really about like making some money and running over hookers. So it's grown a lot since
well, just
then.
the size of the maps is staggering.
Yeah. So Neebs plays a bunch of different things in Grand Theft Auto, and one of them's just Rage Cop. So he's just a cop and he goes around like kicking the shit out of people. And then there's another one on Neebs where they actually play parts of the game, right, to hold people up and try to have enough money so they can get an apartment, but in order to make enough money you have to go take these horrible jobs and rob banks and stuff. But the world is massive and it's beautiful, just like Red Dead 2.
You know what you haven't played in a while is Human Fall Flat.
I know. Well,
which we got introduced to by Neebs as well. I'm just gonna plug the fuck out of Neebs here.
Oh, I love Neebs so much.
So much fun.
So Human Falls Flat.
Human
fall flat. Whatever.
Human :
Everyone
fall flat.
Don't talk about humans colons. That's disgusting. I've gotten to a part where it just seemed like so much work. because we're playing by ourselves. We don't have separate the container ship, and it's only like the 3rd or 4th level.
Yeah.
But to do it by yourself, takes a lot of work. A lot of work, and I've got rehearsals 4 days a week.
Yeah.
Plus work, so I haven't gotten back into it, but I would like to at some point. But I would love to do what Neebs did and have like different servers so they can all come together on one TV screen and help each other out, because doing it by yourself is tough. Yeah, my sister actually got, I think, a PS4 for Christmas from her boyfriend, and she got God of War with it. And I was like, you know what? You should get Humans Fall Flat, because that's kind of up your alley, but not.
It's in the boat level, because you got to put chains on the containers, and you can't do it by yourself, really. And
you could, but it would just take hours and hours and hours and hours, and I don't have the time right now.
Speaking of boats, so there's this viral video. Was it viral?
I don't know if it made it viral or it's now a viral article or two.
Because this person, they decided to jump off a cruise ship, like 11 stories.
Yeah.
Tall.
So and I believe he was from Vancouver.
Oh no, he's Canadian.
Yeah, which is really embarrassing. Yeah. So this fool jumped off a boat, like a cruise line boat.
Yeah. What was it? Do you know the cruise line? It's like Pacific Princess was Doc and Gopher there.
Royal Caribbean Lines.
Oh, okay.
So he was in the Bahamas. One man should have thought this before disembarking the boat. He was close to the Bahamas. Yeah. They wanted to do a crazy viral video for his Instagram page. So he and his friends were, I believe, fairly intoxicated. And he jumped off the 11th story of this cruise ship into the water.
Crap, that's like 110 feet.
Well, and at that point, water gets kind of hard.
No shit.
Like, he's suffering from sore knees and a bad back and, like, tailbone issues and stuff. And basically, Royal Caribbean was like, this was a dangerous stunt. You could have died. We could have died trying to save you.
Yeah.
You could have been lost at sea.
Oh, what an idiot.
Legal stuff. So he's been banned for life from the Royal Caribbean liners.
Wow.
11th floor balcony. And it said that 27-year-old Nick Nadev from Vancouver.
Oh, Nick.
But I mean, if it was anyone from Canada, of course it would be Vancouver. I love you, Vancouver. I'm sorry. Was with a group of chums on the Symphony of Seas.
Chums. That brings me back to the shark.
And they decided it would be great for them to film him jumping off the bridge. I don't think his friends actually assumed he would do it. He had to fork out $200 to get back to Miami on his own, I think. But you could have died. Like, think of your parents. Think of your other friends. Like, sharks could have eaten you.
Oh.
And I don't know. Like, being banned for life, I don't know how often you take a cruise ship.
Yeah. I think the cruise line is well within their rights, I think.
Well, I'm wondering if people think that they've gone a little overboard. I don't know. And it's fun because he went back to Miami and the things and the sunglasses.
I still like the fact that his friends were called chums.
He could have been chum.
Right?
God, what an idiot.
Yeah.
Speaking of idiots.
Yeah. Oh, Michael Cohen. We're like segueing the fuck out of this podcast.
Yep. Watch us listen later to edit and we'll be like, oh my God, this is terrible.
Yeah. Made no sense. No sense. So Cohen is talking some stuff, and now people are talking about impeachment and of the president, that is.
So the first thing I heard was Michael Cohen admitted that he paid for poll rigging at the direction of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
So that was a couple days ago.
He's a lawyer.
Oh, he's never going to work again. like ever. What a
lawyer. Like,
he said
you gotta know.
Well, and he said that he would have taken a bullet for Donald Trump. Like, I think that's actually on a tweet that he wrote.
Wow.
Like screenshotted and everything.
Wow.
And so the president or pre-president was telling him to basically tell the polling station or the polling I don't even know who does it. Whether, like, I'm assuming they did it, so I'm guessing that they're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, I imagine the shit is rolling downhill and it's picking up steam.
Even to
steaming shit. Okay, never mind.
So I think that even to consider that in itself is just horrible. Like, stupid. He should have right there been like, you know what? Like, I can't. Like, it's unethical for me as a lawyer. It's unethical as running for president. It's for any politician, really.
Right. Well, you're hijacking democracy.
Oh, it's horrible.
It's horrible. Yeah, it's crazy. So, and I noticed last week that Pence was getting some articles, which I haven't noticed in a while. So it does make me wonder if now that we're starting to see some Pence stuff happening, if we're not getting ready for a change in the White House. So stay tuned, because it's, the season finale maybe is coming up.
Well, the newest thing is Donald Trump directed his longtime attorney, Michael Cohen, to lie to Congress about negotiations to build Trump Tower in Moscow.
Oh, right. That was like a $300 million build or something, right?
Yeah, and that was according to 2 federal law enforcement officials involved in an investigation on the matter. Yeah. So Cohen, I don't think, even said something. It was found out a different way, and then he was like, ugh.
Yeah, well, it's because BuzzFeed, which, it's weird because you don't really equate BuzzFeed with like investigative journalism. But apparently they did a lot of investigative journalism.
Yeah, it picked up.
Yeah. So we are living still in interesting times.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens next.
Yeah. So CNN Politics has it on their site about, like, it's got the who said what and what was said and where it was said, and the transcription is right there, and so this goes to my next question, and I asked you this before. There's impeachment.
Yeah.
There's resigning.
Yeah.
Impeachment is basically being fired and put up on charges. Is that right?
That's right. So when you have somebody that's in a really high office, I don't believe you can indict them. They can't be indicted criminal charges. Like a sitting president can't be brought up on charges. Apparently.
You have to fire them first.
Well, you got to go through the impeachment process, which is part of that. So there's only been, I want to say, I could be wrong, but 2 times in history that a president has faced impeachment. One was Nixon.
Yeah.
And he resigned before getting impeached.
Which was pretty justifiable.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was Bill Clinton. And he was under impeachment proceedings because of his...
because he lied.
Because he lied. Yeah. Basically.
To somebody.
Yeah. And, but he basically got off. Yeah, we're just gonna leave that there. And now and obviously this hasn't happened yet. The impeachment proceedings haven't started for Trump. Some say it'll never happen. Others are like, it has to happen. If he doesn't face impeachment for this, what the hell is going on? Like, where's the line?
I don't understand. I mean, I Nixon was fairly obvious. Clinton, I mean, I was still fairly young when that happened.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you should cheat on your wife or husband or whatever at any time. Especially, it's a bit of an abuse of power, of course.
Yeah. But it was all about the fact that he.
But in the end, it's because he lied.
Yeah,
so
he lied.
Donald Trump apparently lies all the time, and he's telling other people to lie for him about stuff that's really frickin' important. Like, I mean, sure, lie that you didn't have an affair.
Yeah.
I get it, but I don't get it because you're also the frickin' president.
Yeah. You're supposed to, have a better moral compass, I suppose.
Again, wow. But one comparative to the other,
yeah. Well, and the other thing that other article that came out was, is Trump a spy? Russian spy. He's acting like an agent.
If he is, he's either the best or worst. Because it's not, I was going to say Howdy Doody, but when I think of Howdy Doody, I think of Bush Jr. But, but like,
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Speaking of crazy, but crazy good, John Wick 3 trailer came out.
Woohoo!
And his pit bull gets in the action.
Woohoo!
And it's gorgeous. It looks beautiful.
Oh, it's so fun.
And Keanu's Canadian.
Yep. Yeah, he is.
And have you ever, I don't know if you've ever seen this. I'll have to find a link to put in it. But his training, his weapons training that he does for John Wick, like, holy crap, he's a good shot.
Oh, he's incredible.
Like, that dude could clear a room.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And he's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever met him, but from what I've seen and heard, he is a top citizen. He's such a good person.
Love that guy. I did hear rumors that Bill and Ted might be coming back.
Oh, I've been hearing that for a long time. I don't know when, though.
So I'm hoping that's a thing. So Keanu, obviously he's listening to this podcast.
I mean, yeah.
Why wouldn't he? But yeah, I'm hoping that happens.
Oh my gosh.
I
liked Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure back when I was 8 or whenever that came out. Bogus Journey I've seen once, and I remember being like,
it was okay.
But we need to watch it again, I think, because I don't really remember.
I think we should watch them all, because and such a good thing. Be excellent to one another. I love it.
The interesting thing that I learned recently about Bogus Journey was the gentleman who played Death.
Yeah.
Is William Sadler.
Okay.
Who has been in so many shows and movies being a bad guy. It's one of those faces that you will know when you see it.
Oh my God.
I had no idea that was him. And of course I didn't know who he was back in Bogus Journey days. But look him up. William Sadler, Sadler, Sadler.
Yeah. I'll put links.
He has been in so much stuff.
Wow.
But I didn't know his name. Yeah. But then I saw that and I was like, he was what? So anyways, like that's amazing.
One of those success stories of Hollywood actors that are they're working.
He's a bad guy in Die Hard 2.
Yeah.
He was the bad dude in Shawshank Redemption.
Wow.
Green Mile. Just you'll know him when you see him.
That's awesome.
Holy cow. Blew my brains.
Huh.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I know.
How are you going to save the world this week, Panda?
You always spring this on me, and I don't always know what to say. Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to be excellent to each other.
Oh, I like that.
And when I say each other, I mean other people, which I pretty much do anyway.
Yeah, I think you're pretty good at that.
I do want to give a shout out, though, because there was a time last week or the week before where I said I wasn't going to eat any chips, and I did fail my chip thing.
Oh.
What's funny is George, one of the actors in the play that I'm in right now, he listened, and he made sure at rehearsal the other week that he pointed out that Ruffles Plain Chips, was at the rehearsal space. And I was like,
thanks, George. George, that's some evil shit.
I know. Yeah. George.
So so you're going to be excellent to one another, which is awesome.
Well, I'm channeling the Bill and Ted's mantra.
I like it.
Which I think everyone should just follow anyway. It's pretty basic and obvious.
Yeah.
How are you going to save the world?
That is a great question.
See, you ask me and I don't know, and then I ask you. You'd think you'd be prepared.
Yeah. Well, I had some ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Cockroaches. Maybe I'll name some more cockroaches.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
After good people or bad people or
your
kids, your parents,
willy nilly. Like we'll have a whole family, our entire social circle. Like I'll drop $100 on cockroaches
and name like 100 people.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to be named after, not after a cockroach, if anyone wants a cockroach named after them, let us know.
Yeah.
We will do that for you.
Yeah. And we will.
Within reason, because we only have so much money.
Right. But yeah, we'll make it happen.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This pleases me greatly.
Right? And it's for Hemsley
Conservation
Center in Kent.
Yep.
And they're pretty kick-ass.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited.
Oh my God, you know what I'm going to do?
What?
I'm going to name one after Emre.
Why would you do that?
Because he does our kick-ass music.
He does, and he's an incredible musician, wonderful human being.
He's always out giving stuff to homeless people. And
I was just going to say that. He collects winter clothes and distributes them to the homeless around Calgary. He is one of the best people I have ever known.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's
incredible dude.
Kick-ass. So we are going to have an Emre Cords cockroach along with Dropbear and Panda.
Emery, I hope you're okay with that. I think you will be, because that's pretty dope.
Right? So speaking of Emre Cords, I've been Dropbear.
I'm Panda.
And this has been episode 28
of Dropbear and Panda.
Save the world.
Okay, Google, say goodbye.
Bye-bye, honey pie.
Yo, it's Dropbear and Panda, yo. Like a locomotive on a motherfucking bender. Yeah, I my coat on now, my chap, follow me. Yeah, with Michael Doggies, yeah, you be checking on the flow, yo. Checking flow, choose quick, you can't pick my medical ranges, angles, tangles. You get tangled, twisted side reflections, child should be. Can't compete with the owls that devour. Yeah, with the owls that devour, yeah. Yeah, it's a Dropbear and Panda, coming at your render. Dropbear and Panda, coming at your render. Dropbear and Panda, coming at your render. It's like a locomotive filled with automobile chopper. Dropbear and Panda, coming at your render. It's like a locomotive filled with automobile chopper. Dropbear and